Hey, everybody. Hopefully you can all hear me. Let me know. Let's get the comments in here. All right. Yay. Thanks, Lexi. All right, guys. So this will be a relatively short live, but I'm going to give you a few housekeeping details. So for everyone who sends I guess it's called a super chat, super something. Anyway, you get entered to win, and I can do the drawing at the end of, actually, no, I can't do it at the end, but I will do it right afterwards. You get one of these. I picked up an extra one. I bought an extra one so I could do this. This is the Rouge Cocoa Gloss Hydro Gloss case. And I think these are only going to be available at the boutique. I'm pretty sure. But I'm not totally positive because there was a little bit of confusion today. I'll get into it when I went downtown to pick things up. So this is mine, but yours will look exactly like this, and I have it in the box. So again, so for everyone who sends a super chat, it doesn't matter. It's like $1. You get entered, and then I will do a raffle, and we will go through all the names, and we'll do a giveaway. Well, not really a giveaway, since I forget what it's called. I think it's a raffle. So I went downtown today. My desk is a disaster because I just got back from LA, and thank you, Lexi. And so I haven't really unpacked, and everything is everywhere, and I can't find anything. And it's hot, and there's a bunch of Scottish people in Boston, and now Nordic people, which is awesome, except for the fact that everyone has discovered that Boston is awesome, and which I already knew. Thank you, Karina. You're entered. So now, like, getting in and out of Boston was always a problem. Now it's like impossible. Like it's chaos. Downtown's chaos. Seaport's chaos. Newport Street is chaos. Everything is chaos. They're all very happy. Everyone's very happy and slightly drunk. But other than that, I love it. Thanks, Wendy. You're entered as well. Yeah, it's a lot of fun downtown, and like, don't get me wrong, it's totally worth it. But my goodness. Oh, thanks, Jenna. You don't have to do that much. But yeah, it's great. Let me just say, if you're a single person looking for another, well, I guess, a good looking single person, now is the time to come to Boston and go to a pub. Go to a bar, go to a pub. Telling you. It's eclectic and really, it's like a lot of fun, but like total chaos. And literally we're running out of, I'm not joking, Boston is running out of alcohol. I didn't even know that was possible. Thanks, Mila, you're entered. Yeah, there's actually a stat. We went through more beer on the day that the Scottish team played. So I think that was Saturday. It was 3 times more beer than St. Patrick's Day in Boston. So yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. It's totally nuts. Yeah, I don't actually really drink either, Lexi. So I'm just kind of like, but hey, everyone's having a good time. That's all that matters. And everyone's behaving and being like respectful, and thank you guys. This is awesome. Just there's no violence. The cops are being really cool. The cops are playing soccer. It's good. Okay. So we're going to dive right in. The other housekeeping thing, besides it's not a giveaway, it's what am I calling it? Whatever. It's the thing I'm doing today. So in addition to that, the giveaway that I'm doing today. Oh, right. The next live, I do have it set up. It's a member only live. The reason it's a member only live, and it will be next Tuesday. I'll get the exact dates and I'll be posting about it, is because I have all the deets, all the details on the Nordstrom anniversary sale and everything that's coming, all the brands, the dates, all the details. And I cannot share any of it publicly. So you have to go through a paywall to get to that live. So that'll be next week. I might change it till the end of the month because technically, you know, the Nordy sale doesn't start until like the 14th of July. So I might push it back a little bit, but also in that live, I will have a bunch of stuff that's coming that I can't talk about or show from Chanel, which I think you guys are going to like, and some other things. There's actually a lot. July is going to be an expensive month. Okay, so now let's get to glosses. So I did pick up 2 nail polishes. Excuse me, as I'm not as organized as I usually am, but again, I got back Monday morning at like 1 a.m. I had to go to Leahy Hospital to get like a bunch of x-rays and blood work done at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Then I had yoga. Then I got up today and I was running around and I haven't slept in like 2 days. All totally worth it, but I'm discombobulated. Okay. So I got a Ferme and Spectaculaire. I love the names. Oh, this. I love Boston as well. I dragged my husband here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean literally dragged him here. He was like, why do you love Boston so much? I was like, you'll see. The weather's terrible. Food isn't great. But the people are cool. So there's 2 shades that I picked up. This one has like a purplish like shimmer. And the other one is like a mint green shimmer. I had to pick this up because mint green is now my new like thing. So yeah, I do have it on my nails. That's what it looks like on natural nails. So it's really, that's 2 coats. It's really more of a, you know, like a very light glossy shimmer. So if you're looking for something that has a lot of pigment, I don't think these do. They're very light and very, they don't have a lot of pigment to them, but they're great for somebody like me. I'm trying to regrow my nails after having gel nails on for a while. And, you know, they're still weaker than they normally are. And, you know, I want something, but I don't want a lot. These would be a great option for you. So again, this is the green one, and the green one, I'm going to have to use my magnifying glass this entire, I need to get an eye appointment in a Ferme, which is the mint green. All right, last, and then we're going to go jump right into the glosses, and I'm going to put them on my lips. There are 3 limited edition shades. They are limited edition. I got confirmation of it. The question is, you know, will they restock when they sell out? I don't know. But I do know that they are limited edition. Absolutely. So thank you, Lexi. I might do that. So everybody can have swatches so they can see them. All right. So again, everybody who does a super chat gets entered to win the case, which you can only get in the boutiques. I thought it was a good way to, you know, for those of you who can't go into the boutiques, you can get the case if you want it, or, you know, enter to win. And I will do the raffle. I think that's what the word I was looking for, raffle, later tonight. So, or maybe tomorrow morning, if you guys want more time to watch the replay and then do it, I totally get that. Yeah, one of my essays said that, and then the manager came over and said that wasn't true. That was the thing, Lexi. Like I was talking, I've had a very interesting Chanel experience over the last couple weeks with various Chanel boutiques, which I'll get into later when I do an unboxing. But there's some confusion. With Chanel right now about a bunch of things. You know, and I love Chanel. I work for them. I love their stuff, but wow, they There are moments when I wonder why I love them as much as I do. Okay. But that's okay. That's for another day. We'll talk about that some other time. I also picked up one of the new shades. Is the raffle eligible for people outside of the US? I will ship it to you, but I would charge for shipping if it's like excessive. I mean, usually shipping around here, like in the United States, if I'm going to ship something like this small, I just lost the box already. It's in an envelope, so it doesn't cost a lot to ship. But if it's more than like $10 to ship, I would charge you for shipping. But that would be it. This is shade Rosehall. It's number 113. This is one of the new shades. I just thought it was like good for me. You are entered. Everyone is entered. Yeah. Yeah, it's real. That's the thing, right? It's so like all over the place. And yeah. I'm gonna give that to Ellie because Ellie's stressed out because I left her for a couple of days. I mean, she had my sister here. It's not like she was alone, but that is Rosehall. I won't put it on right now just because I want to keep my lips. I don't want to put anything on my lips before we do the glosses. I can put it on in the end if you want to see it. So it's up to you. It is a really, really nice shade. It reminds me of something, but I can't pinpoint what it is that Chanel has already done. I need more sleep. Yes, I agree with you, Lexi. Great options. It is a really nice shade. It is a really nice shade. It was really hard to ascertain which shades were new in the store because the display that they have out in the store is the glosses and then the nail polishes, but they didn't have just the new lipsticks on display. Now that could be just my local Chanel because the Beverly Hills one was the Beverly Hills or Costa Mesa. I've been to a lot of Chanel's lately, guys. Again, that's a story for the unboxing, but they did have them, I think. I can't remember. Did it just? Oh, okay. Don't tell me. Gita, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't. Nah. Okay, I gotta show you one thing I did pick up just because it's adorable. I picked it up in California. Sorry. Yes, it's a Jellycat soccer ball. I had to get it. So, the color name is Rosehall 113. You like the soccer ball? It was ridiculously expensive for a soccer ball, guys. Like so crazy. I know they're coming up, and I want to go watch the game, which is another reason we're gonna have somewhat of a short video here, guys. Also, just because really this live is really so you all can see the swatches on my lips. You can tell me what you want. The lip glosses are great. They are. Oh well, thank you. I appreciate that, and welcome aboard. If your name is Christy, I'm not sure if it is Christy, but if it is Christy, welcome, and everyone make Christy feel very welcome. You'll notice that a lot of people on the live already know one another, and they'll be probably more help to you than I will be than most of the time. Edinburgh, maybe it's Edinburgh. That could be it. It reminds me of something. I just can't think of what it is. All right, so let's just jump in. Okay, a couple things about the new Chanel lip glosses that I'm going to read really fast. They say that these hydro glosses are going to be more moisturizing, ultra shine, all that good stuff. I have used them. I was able to actually see them, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, when the Metier collection launched. I was able to see them and test them. But again, I wasn't allowed to post any pictures. So they're also smoothing, supposedly. So they've got a hydrating high shine. So, and they also have this lip care benefit in them, supposedly. Again, hydropeptide complex, smooths, hydrates, does feel comfortable. I will say that I do like the formula that I've tried so far. There are camellia ceramides in there as well. Not really sure what a camellia ceramide is, but I will say that my lips do feel not just hydrated, but like kind of supported throughout the day, which is interesting. I have a lot of old glosses that you guys, I'm happy to swatch, compare when I do a video of the glosses. These are all my older Chanel glosses that I still have. I actually used to have a lot more, but of course they go bad. So, you know, I'm missing some of my favorites that I used to own. I eventually had to throw them away because they got disgusting. So, I'm happy to try different ones and do different swatch comparisons in the video that I'm going to record of all the glosses, which will have a lot more detail in it. But for this video, the idea is that I'll try them on for all of you, give you the opportunity just to see them on lips because it does make a difference. Oh, guys, that's nothing compared with most of like you. I had so many glosses from Chanel when they were Glossomers. It was insane. All right, so let's do the limited edition one first, the 3. So we have 456, which is Fabuleuse. That looks like this. Yellow. Nothing on my lips. I don't have anything on. That way you can see exactly what it looks like. Now, I do not have pigmented lips. That's it. So that's what it looks like. The thing that this will do that you want to keep in mind when you're looking at like these types of shades, this will make the yellow will cancel out the opposite color. So if you have something that you want to make a little warmer, but you don't want it to be super warm, you just want a little bit, something like this one will do that. And if you're just looking for something that is a golden gloss, but you're going to find that these like there is a difference in color, but when you put them on your lips, it's not that drastic. So just be aware of that because I don't want anyone to go spend $45 and then be surprised. Some of them are, it's not that they're not pigmented. They have pigment, but they're meant to be a topper. That's kind of the idea. If you put this on with a liner, it's going to look very, very different. All right, so let's take this one off. Yeah, I think they hydrate my lips better too, but I haven't had them long enough. And to be honest, I had the Glossomers for, I don't even know, 10 years. And then the next generation I had for a couple of years. And these I've had technically, I mean, I've been able to try them for over a week, but really a day. So it's not really fair to me for me to make a statement yet. Soon, but not yet. All right. Yep. Okay. Let's try. Hi. Thanks for becoming a YouTube member. If you have any questions, you know, let me know. I have a Discord as well. A lot of people here are on the Discord, and there's a lot of information that goes up on the Discord that everybody shares. So, yeah, it's another thing to be aware of. You know, Lexi, I'm not so sure about that. I think it depends. I think it depends on the type of lips you have. Because here's the thing. There's some toppers, we're going to have to see how these mix with different things. I get your point, though. I do agree that there's a concern, which is why I have to try them out. And that's why I want to do a dedicated video before we see what happens with the mix. This is Eclectique. Eclectique? Yeah, Eclectique. I love the names that Chanel comes up with. Okay, the Mint Eclectique. As you said, Lex, it's very much a different look. It looks exactly like the nail polish. It's this really pretty, it doesn't show up as green. It shows up as pink. Yeah, it's a good color. It's a good color, Lexi. That's right. It's green. So I automatically like it. No, but this one's good. This is a different kind of sparkle. I do really like it. When I do the dedicated video, I will make sure I get real close, like super close-ups of the shades. This one, it's not green. It's almost, I mean, it is green, but it transforms, like, you know, the Prada green balm that makes your lips look pinkish? That's what this does. This is so far, and I've only swatched 2 on my lips. Like I said, I've been playing around with these for a little bit. I was lucky, but the Eclectique is really, really good. My lips are going to be so dry. Okay, hold on. And I also have a little bit of somewhere in here. I have a brush so that I know I put a brush here somewhere. So I can put a little, okay, where is everything? Literally, guys, like my desk, if you saw it, you'd be like, what in the world? A little bit of, not foundation, it's like a tinted moisturizer, just because my lips will start to get red as we go through this. You know what I mean? All right, the last limited edition. This one is Superposition. Now, this one is very different than the other 2 limited editions. And in fact, this is what confused me, because I was like, this looks absolutely diametrically opposed to the other 2 shades. Yeah, I can't tell you why, but this one's also more of a creamy, more pigmented, you'll see it, look than the other ones. So the yellow one is a pure glimmery gloss. The green is a pinkish sparkle. And this is like a creamy coral. I also like the doe foot. See, you can see it's more pigmented. This one is also limited edition, though. I don't know why. And don't worry, Lexi, I will start wearing it around, see how much it breaks down my lipsticks. And I'll also try to do, like, does it break down my lip liners less than it breaks down my lipsticks? And what type of lipsticks? Because I think there might be some lipsticks that it really doesn't, like you said, doesn't do well with at all because of the, you know what I mean? Because of the oil, and others where it'll be okay. It's going to be hard to, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Because it'll be a little tricky. I don't know why they haven't done the rose bronze. I understand why you're frustrated about the blushes. You know, some of my favorite shades of the blushes don't even exist anymore. There was a shade called Mocha that I loved. Golden Sun, which was a shade that was around, you know, forever ago, literally, 30 years ago. So I don't really know, but like I said, I'll have an unboxing video soon. My experiences with the various Chanel boutiques of late has been interesting. I'll have interesting is the only thing I can say. Yeah, I don't have that. The glitter mint oil. I don't have it. I don't think. No. Green has been very popular. Green is very, very popular. Yeah. Yeah, that's the interesting thing. It's hard to tell. All right, so this one's $460. The one I just tried on, the Eclectique, was $458. And then the first one I tried on, the yellow, is Fabuleuse. $456, $458, and $460. I will have a YouTube short going up after I get off this live with the swatches of all the shades on my hand. So you'll get to see them on my hands. But this is the only time you get to see them on my lips until I do the video. It is. Mine's still good too. In fact, frankly, it doesn't even look like I've used that much of it. And I bought that. I bought that in 1998. It's very old, and it's fine. Again, a disclaimer: I'm not telling you to use outdated makeup. One of these days, somebody's going to try to sue me for, using like expired makeup, and I'm going to be like, nope, I told you not to do it. Okay, so the next couple of shades. So those were the 3 limited editions. I have 7 other shades, so I did 10. There are, honestly, guys, like I said, I think there's 18. I think there's 18 shades. So I got more than half, but I don't have all of them. So, something to keep in mind. Okay, this is Icing. This is $430. This reminds me of the Barbie color. I don't know if it's going to be the same as the Barbie color. I've already lost. Okay, yeah, doing well. Wow, I need some sleep. 804. Thank you. This is the Barbie color. It's what I call it. It's 804. 804 was the shade that makes your lips look just bigger by itself. And it's but it doesn't plump, but it's like one of the best shades ever. Again, if you can find it, I'd still say buy this. This one is the closest to it that I saw. Again, there could be more that I missed, but $430 Icing. So let's see what it does. Yeah, it's similar. It's a similar shade. It's a cream ballet pink. And yes, Candy's also a good color. Yep. Heidi. Yes, Nacre 804. That's the one. It's this great shade, and again, I call it the Barbie shade, but it's this great shade 804 that just works on everyone. It just makes your lips look plumper, bigger, just better. It's hard to explain, but this is close. Again, in the dedicated video that I will do a direct comparison. If there is another shade you want to see compared to it, and I have it, I'll do it. The only other pinks I have a lot. What? These are more purples. I'd say the only other pinks I have are these. And again, I'll do direct comparisons to the ones that I think they're replacing. But 112, which is Water Lily. And what the heck does that say? 96, which is Iris. And these are definitely old because they say Glossomer on them. So I don't even know if I should be putting those on my lips, because let's be honest. Let's be honest, people. That's probably not a good idea. All right, the next is 432 Cristal. I'm just glad that everything didn't sell out, because that's why I started posting last night that you could get them if you used my link and then typed in certain things. Because otherwise they launched at 6 o'clock this morning on the East Coast, and I didn't want people to have to deal with that. And I was afraid that some of them might sell out. So yes, Kathy, we are supposed to. I know. It's weird, isn't it? Throwing out makeup. I'm like, really? I'm supposed to throw it out? Yeah, see, that's the thing, Lexi. I think some of the older stuff, you know, it keeps it fine and it's not a problem. So if you're talking about the new one, the Icing, I wouldn't say it makes your lips look paler because it's not pigmented or deep enough to do that, but it definitely has it's a very light ballet pink. So and it's milky almost. So if your lips are very pigmented, it is going to look a little milky on your lips and might not look great if you're very pigmented lips. On my lips, it's fine. Absolutely. I will get you I'll post the Discord in the magic of preservatives and talc. Yes. Talc and preservatives were fabulous back in the day. Probably was giving us all kinds of terrible things, but you know, other than that, this is 432 Cristal. This is the one that I think is actually going to be, I shouldn't say the most popular, but I think this one's going to sell very well. Yep. This one's nice. Okay. So I'm overdoing my lips, by the way, guys. Like you'll notice I'm not exactly in the lines here, but I'm doing that on purpose because I want you to see it as well as you can. This has a golden and pink sparkle to it. And yeah, it's almost like it's almost like opalescent, like not glitter. It almost looks like glitter, to be honest. Like it's not glitter on your lips, but it has this very like opalescent, almost pearlescent look to it. I'm wondering how Chanel describes it. Like this one's nice. I mean, they're all nice, but the Icing, I like the Icing. And I like the Cristal. This is the Cristal. So the Icing is like a milky pink and the Cristal is like a sparkly golden pink blue sparkle. Not sparkle. I'm looking for the right word. You know what it looks like? It looks like Marc Jacobs' new highlighter that I put on if you watch that video, but kind of on your lips. Like when you move your lips, you get a different, there's like a little bit of a different color. It's hard to see, but it's there. Yeah, it's really nice. I like it. Okay, so let's see how they describe. Yeah, the Cristal one. No, it's selling out. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, the Cristal one, they do have some up close shots on the Chanel website. I don't know how real they are. It looks a little bit more pigmented than I think it is, but it looks a little enhanced in my opinion. But yeah, it's this multi-color sparkle shimmer. And yes, my lips are getting red because I keep swatching things on them. Okay, 434 Reflect. This one, if you look at it, it almost looks like lilac. This is a cream. It doesn't have sparkle. And if you see any sparkle in it, it's not because of this. It's because I didn't get all of the crystal off my lips. I like it. It's a very good color. I'm trying to see if I have something that's I actually don't have any. Well, that's not true. No, I don't actually have anything. This purple, this lilac lavender. Yeah, I would say from what I see so far, guys, I think these are going to work really well over a liner. And as Lexi said, we'll have to see what they look like on how they work on a lipstick because of the oils and how it'll break things down. But over a lip liner, I think they're going to look really good. I do. With this color I have on now, honestly, if you have a cool undertone, maybe, but if you have a warm undertone, no, this won't look right. Because the thing about the Reflect and the Icing, they're milky. Like they have a milky tone, like a white cream, milky, which I love, but you can see how pale I am. If you have a medium skin tone or deeper, especially if your lips are pigmented, you might have a little bit of like this whitish kind of milky kind of color. Now, you might like that. That's a preference. Okay. So I want to be careful with makeup because something when you say, well, look good, I mean, that depends on what you like. So maybe you like that look, but I think it'll kind of make you look, I don't think it will be, I think it will be too dull, too milky. I think you'd want something a little brighter. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, the lilac is fun. I'm going to try to get off some of the glitter. Oh, it's definitely staying on. There's no, and that's, I mean, that's good for gloss. Yeah, I'm making my face red. Sorry, because I'm pulling at it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now this is 446. Yep. Now I'm not going to pronounce it right. So I'm just going to say 446, but that's what this is. Nacre? No, it's not. I know it's not pronounced like that. I know that. I'll look it up later. Hi from Texas. How hot is it? And where are you in Texas? Because I have friends in Texas that are telling me it's so hot. Oh, do that? Nobody's asked that yet. Okay, so I have not discerned. They should come out with more purples. I agree. A deeper one, like a much deeper, like a more something that someone who is like medium skin tone or deeper could really wear, like maybe a real, like a true purple or magenta purple. I didn't see any shades like that, but again, this is their first release, so maybe they'll come out with more. But oh, good. Okay, that's great. I do love the Guerlain lip oils. So yeah, this is 446 Nacre, which is I know not how it's pronounced, guys. I know, but it's the best you're going to get from me tonight. And on the lips. This one has more pigment. None of these are overly pigmented though, guys. None of these are, even like the Dior Maximizers, there's a few shades that have like some, like a serious pigment. These do not. I like this one. It looks more pink on me than it does this shade, like on me, but my body tends to turn something pink. So I thought I had Bijou, but I don't see it. I could swear I bought Bijou. I wonder if they didn't put it in there because I was almost sure I bought it. I don't see it, guys. Sorry. I don't think I have Bijou in here. I could swear I bought it, but yeah, it's a really nice shade. I would say the Nacre. It's a little bit of a, a deep neutral pink on me. Again, it might turn a different color on you. So I discern no scent whatsoever, no taste. I'm actually eating my lip now, so hold on. Thanks, Lexi. I'll do that. I appreciate that. I'll get it up for you guys so you can see all the swatches. Yeah, Lexi, I don't taste the rose. I understand it's in there, but I don't taste it. I don't have any, like I don't have any. I'm just looking. There's hibiscus seed oil. There's no perfume. That I can, I mean, I could, the perfume I would know. There's no perfume. Camellia oil, which we talked about. Nope. There isn't anything. That's really interesting. You know, oh, here we go. Wait, there is fragrance. I found it. It is way at the bottom. Way at the bottom. It's almost the last thing that's in here. So there is fragrance. Interesting. It's like the third to last thing, but there is some fragrance. I have a really good nose for fragrance, guys. I don't smell it. And I don't taste it either. I don't taste anything. Lexi, are you getting yours from abroad, though? Not in the US? Because it's a different manufacturer. So I'm wondering if that's why. Because I got nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. I mean, technically, it's made in France. It's the same, but there's a different manufacturer for Chanel for Europe versus the US. And I don't have any, there's no scent. I mean, I know there's perfume in there. I just read it, but there's nothing. I would know. I mean, like my Chanel blushes from 1997 smell like rose. Still to this day. This doesn't. It smells like nothing. So weird. Oh, really? That's so interesting. Yeah, we don't, I mean, there may be some things, don't get me wrong. Like I'm sure some of the products still have the rose in it, but like the new Rosehall, it's there, but you have to work for it to even get like a scent. They took out most of the scent, which makes sense because people are, there's a lot of people who have, like I do, like migraines, or there's people who just don't like scent in their makeup or have allergic reactions, or, you know, you get a slightly camellia scent. Okay, that I could see. But I don't have any rose. Nothing. That's why. I think there is a difference because I've purchased Chanel abroad many times, and not only are there different products, which we all know, there's a difference in the formula. Like, it's slightly different. Now, some of that is regulatory. There are things that, you know, you can have in the US that you can't have in the UK, and vice versa. Mostly the first way. The EU is much stricter than the United States. But perfume, for some reason, and we could have a whole conversation about this, but perfume tends to be heavier outside of the US than it is in the US. And it depends on where in the world we're talking about, but in the US, perfumes are lighter, actually, than most other countries. It's interesting. It's like the only thing that we have less of. Like, everything else we do big or go home, but perfumes, for some reason, they're not as strong here. But it was not as popular. That is so interesting. They have the same taste, but the scent is almost non-existent. That's So weird. No, I don't get any scent, guys. I really don't. I would tell you because I know because of, like the migraines and stuff it can trigger, but no, I got nothing. Yeah. So weird. So weird. All right. So we have Bourgeoisie. This is 447. And I could swear I had, oh well. I thought I had the other shade too, but I did order these like 10 days ago. So in the meantime, I've been to a World Cup game. I've been to several Chanel boutiques. Again, I'm a little salty about that. Well, we'll get to it. All right. 447. This is my favorite. I can tell you that right now. It also has the same sound that the old Glossomers had, which is this really distinct, like when it opens. Oh, thank you. That is very nice of you. At the moment, I feel I need a haircut badly. Thank you very much. Asia did used to have lighter scents, and they do in general to this day. But what's happened in Asia with a lot of the perfumes, which I find interesting, is, or at least this is what I've been hearing from the buyers, it's lighter, but it's much, much sweeter. Like there's a lot of very sweet scents, like that are in what would be to me cloying. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not ouds. They're not, heavy scents. But they're very sweet and like cloying. It's the only word I can come up with. And I don't know if that's relatively soon or relatively recent or not. This one has I feel like there's some shimmer to this, but I can't it's very subtle, but I feel like there's some shimmer to this. Maybe luminescence might be, I know it sounds weird because it's a gloss. It's not sparkle though. It's not like the other ones that had the sparkle in it, like Cristal. This is more of just like a little bit of shimmer. I'll have to research it though, guys, to make sure, because I can actually get like the details of like how it was designed and what's in it, and what it's supposed to like look like. But it looks like there's like a little bit of shimmer in it. But this is my favorite. That's 447. Yeah, I really like this one. Yes, it is. It on the lips, it definitely looks different, which is why 10 days ago when I tried these, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do a live. Not that I mind doing a live. I didn't mean to sound like that, but I was like, I don't like, unless you know what you were looking at and what you wanted to buy, or you were in a store, or maybe you got to try them ahead of time as well, or something like that. They look very different. Some more than others, but I think they look very different because of, again, as you said, Lexi, the formula. It's just very different on the lips than it is on the swatch on your hand. Like I said, I'll have a dedicated video, but that's going to take me a while to do. And in the meantime, you know, some shades might sell out. And then I will have the arm swatches up later tonight, but it's not the same. Okay, this is Infiniment 450. This is the one that's gray or silver or charcoal or I don't have anything like this. The closest I have is this one. And this one, which one was this one? This was called 102 Eclipse. This is also a Glossamer. This is from a very long time ago. But yeah, I don't have anything this gray. Now, here's the thing. It's going to look really different on your lips. I promise you that. But it is an impressive color. Yes, it is a really impressive color. I think this will be popular too. And it's going to look great. In my opinion, it's going to look great over a liner. This is a color that I think will cool things down, similar to like the blues that you've seen from Dior, Chanel, a host of others. It's cool, leaning gray. It does have, like, you can see it when you first put it on. There is some grayness to it. Like, it's this very cool, light gray almost. So it's going to look great if you're looking for that, like, edgy kind of purple look. You're going to get that from this. Or if you just want to cool something down, this will work really well. But I think it depends on what kind of look you're trying to create. But this is a very unique, I mean, you don't see this shade very often in a lip gloss. So I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. An adult brother. So they did add new lip line colors already. There was a few shades that they added. I have not received confirmation that they are going to add more liners. But stay tuned. Stay tuned for the member live, whether it's next week or the week after, and I'll tell you everything that at least is coming in July and August. Then we can have a conversation. Technically, this is not behind a paywall. You know, I know you guys think I'm being like a little paranoid, but trust me, I'm not. Chanel takes this stuff seriously. And for a while, I thought I wasn't big enough. Frankly, I didn't have enough followers, or didn't have enough people watching where Chanel would come after me. But no, they will. They will. That was Infiniment 450, the grayish. Okay, so the first three that I did, Kathy, those are not permanent. They are limited edition. The rest are, quote, permanent. Don't trust that, though. Don't trust that when it comes to Chanel. They do get rid of things. And when they get rid of things, they don't tell you. They just get rid of them. Like, they're just like, oh, it's part of the permanent line. And then the next, like, 6 months later, they've discontinued it. So I'm always very careful with Chanel saying something is permanent. What I say is that it's part of the core line. And these are part of the core line, except for the first three shades. So that's the only thing. Like, it just makes me, The gray one again, Infiniment. I know. I think that one's going to be, I think a lot of people are going to get that. 450. No, don't trust Chanel. I love Chanel. You guys know that. I talk about Chanel all the time. I'm very honest. Chanel will never sponsor me. Chanel will never send me PR. It's fine. I didn't expect it. Like, I could have 1 million followers. Chanel would not send me stuff because, you know, I'm honest. Chanel, look, I love the work that they do. I love what they create. But as a company, the things they do. Trust but verify. Yes, exactly. That's actually very true. Seriously. Like, my point would be, like, if you buy one of these and you find a shade that's, quote, part of the core collection and you love it, like really love it, buy more than one. Not immediately, but like in the next 6 months, because there have been more times, like when I worked for Chanel, there was a color called Metal Garnet. The reason it's burned into my memory is it was one of the most popular lip colors we had. I sold that lipstick I can't even tell you how many times. Like I sold more of that lipstick than practically anyone on the West Coast and then Colorado, because I was in law school, and then on the East Coast. They discontinued it one day. They just got rid of it, and I got screamed at, yelled at by many, many people for months. So it will be burned into my memory. All right, the last one is 452 Baroque. Everyone loved Metal Garnet. Yeah, the nail polish was gorgeous too. I don't. Chanel does that though. They just get rid of it. No heads up. It's just gone. You're like, oh, it'd be good to know. So I could have bought it. No. No point in actually telling their customers what's happening, please. And you don't even want to get me started on the whole blazy ready to wear thing. Again, I will talk about it in my box on my unboxing, but guys, okay. Yeah, the Velvet Foundation, they just got rid of it. Like they discontinued it. They're not replacing it as far as I know as of yet. But they didn't tell us. They were just like, oh, by the way, I mean, you guys started to notice that it was disappearing, but okay, that's great. It's really helpful, Chanel. So this is 452 Baroque. And if you look at it in the thing, you can see how different this looks, right? On the lips. This is again why I wanted to do the live for all of you. And it's why I opened it up to everyone and not just members, because I feel like, don't get me wrong, all of you out there that are members, thank you for being members. It really does mean a great deal to me. But I felt like everyone should be able to see this because it's so different. So like all of these are so different on the lips. So you just, I mean, you really have to, these are ones you have to try on. This one has a little bit of shimmer again, but it's not, there's no sparkle. I'm looking at a 10x mirror, so there's no sparkle. None of the shades, as far as I could tell from all the shades that I tried in store almost 2 weeks ago, none of them were deep. Some are more pigmented, like the limited edition coral shade. That one's actually pretty pigmented for all of these. But none of these have a true, real, rich pigment. And in comparison, and this is the only comparison I'm doing tonight, but I will have, like I said, I'll have a dedicated video, which will have all the details. Here's a shade from Chanel that I don't wear red very often, but when I do, that's the difference. You see how, like, I mean, look at that. So, and if you're looking for the shade, by the way, I don't think you can find it anymore, but it's 754. So if you want to find it, if somebody has it somewhere, 754. That's the thing. So these are much different, at least this first iteration, this first rollout. They are not, they don't have, none of them have this type of pigment. So that depends on, like, do you like that? Is that what you're looking for? Or do you want something like this? Because if you want something like this, this is not the collection, at least not yet. It's possible that this is just the first iteration and the next, they'll bring out some that are much more pigmented. Nobody will, depart. No one will give me that information at the Chanel boutique. I've asked, but I'm going to guess this is a new direction. And so they're not going to be that pigmented because of the formula. And the oil kind of hydrating, like it's just a different kind of thing. I think that they're all going to be lighter, more, they're not opaque. That would be I think that's the issue. I agree with you. I think they will wear very well. Similar to the nail polish. Like, I am one of those people who, the reason I used to start getting the reason I got my nails done with the gel is I use my hands a lot. Like, I talk with my hands. I have my dogs. I'm not the kind of person who'd be like, oh, I can't open that because of my nails. I will literally rip things off. So I break my nails, to be honest, and I chip my nails. Even when I have like good polish, my nails chip. So I like a light polish because if you wear it on the edges or it's not like perfect, you can't really tell. If it's a deep, rich red and you chip it, it's fairly obvious. So again, so, you know, we'll see. We'll see what they do. We'll also see how well this collection sells and see if maybe people like this more. Because the other thing I would say is there's kind of two directions that are going for like lip glosses and lip products. This type of product where it's more of a skincare product that is hydrating and comforting and like has like a nice grip to it and stays on well, but is a little bit more see-through and a little bit more transparent. And then the what are they called? The lip tint glosses, the ones that stain your lips that have a lot of pigment, but they're more of like a stain, like a lip tint. Like the Gucci has one, Orlan has one. Who else just came out with one? Dior has them. You know what I'm trying to say? Those that they look like a gloss and you put them on and then they stain. Those are the kind of two directions I've seen. So I'm not surprised that this is like it is, but you know, it might not be the right collection for you if you're looking for something more pigmented. I have to say, I really love the Gucci oil tints. That's what I was looking for. Those are great. I really love those. And I have those in my top drawer. I think they're excellent. Dolce & Gabbana. I'm trying to remember the other ones right now. I can't, but there's some really good ones on the market. So, you know, if you're looking for something more pigmented, you might want to go with something like that. Yes, with the Ultra Chenuse. I get that. I get that. They do have new shades in Ultra Chenuse. They do. I mean, they do have. Yeah, they're not drastically different. Each shade from one to the other is not going to be, unless you start using liners with them. Here's what I mean. When you take a brown liner, like a deep brown liner, and you use that, and then you put these over it, you'll notice a distinct difference because the interplay between a deep brown shade and these types of shades, you'll notice a huge difference. Or an orange liner or a very pink liner. Like you'll see the difference in how the colors interact with one another. But the colors themselves on your lips, if you're not going to, I don't think you'll see like a ton. I mean, it's just my opinion. Yeah, and I would honestly tell you, if this isn't Tom Ford and Dolce & Gabbana, yes. There's a lot coming in July and August, guys. And I would say that and again, this is not what this video is about, but the Nordstrom sale, there's a lot. There's a lot coming. All right, last but not least, let's put on Rosehall so you guys can see it. This is the Rouge Cocoa, one of the new lipsticks. And I just remembered what this reminds me of. It took me an hour. You know what the shade reminds me of? The new Marc Jacobs Kinky Boots. It's a very, very similar shade. That's what it is. It's very similar to Kinky Boots from Marc Jacobs, the new one. I knew it from some. I was like, I know that shade. It's a really good shade. And Tom Ford West Coast. Yeah, there are similarities. All right, guys, we have gone. It's been an hour. What I'm going to do after I log off, I'm going to go through and see all the Snapchats, all the Super Chats, see all the Super Chats, and I'll do I have like a spin wheel thing. and then I'll announce who won the case. And I'll show you the case again, just in case you want to see it. Then I will put up on YouTube and Instagram swatches, arm swatches. And then in this video, when it goes over to YouTube for replay, I will have links, or actually, yeah, I'll have links for all these shades, the lipsticks and the nail polishes, because they are at Nordstrom, Macy's, Ulta, and Chanel. So they're at a lot of different retailers. All right, this is what you're entering to win if you do a super chat. Lip Addict lip glosses. You mean the maximizers? No, they're not. They're different. And Bloomies. Sorry, they're at Bloomies as well. Yeah, I'd say they're more like the lip oils. They're more like the lip oils. They're not like, they're more like a lip oil in its, again, it's hybrid, but they're more like a lip oil than they are like a lip gloss. If I had to come down on one side. All right, one last thing. Let me post the, my brain just shut down. Discord. And then we will log off because we're going to go watch Messi, who's going to play beautifully because he always does. So if you're a member, and membership on YouTube, all you have to do, guys, you go to any of my videos, you hit join. I've even forgotten how much. I think it's like $5. And you can become a member. This is not a pitch. You don't have to be a member. But if you want to join the calls, the lives that I have where I give you like everything that's coming for the Nordstrom sale or what's coming for Chanel, that's where I have those, because like I said, I can't have those up on a regular channel because it just, Chanel does not like that. They get very upset. I'll post the Discord link in a minute, guys, on YouTube. I'll put it on a post so you guys can see it, because Discord is acting up at the moment. Ugh. All right, so I'll fix it, and I'll make sure it's up on a post on YouTube. Not too much longer, so don't worry. All right, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy. I hope you got the lipsticks or lip oils or whatever it is that you wanted to get. And again, Summer Nights is also available. I did a whole video on it with the contour, the eyeliners, and the dual balms and the lip flashes. My suggestion, if I was just like saying, hey, what would you buy if you had the Stylo in Mauve Brown? I think it's a great shade. You'll use it all the time. Bye, everyone. See you all soon.